All right. Welcome, my amazing, magical, miraculous friends. Thank you for being here. And so we're going to get started and we're going to talk about something that, I've heard this so many times in so many different ways. And today it's really living in my world pretty loudly in a way that's like, oh, I think I'm finally getting it. So, and excuse, I think I have because I was crying earlier, like good cries, tears of gratitude. I had some people express their gratitude for how much has changed in their life with some of the classes they've taken with me. Hi, sweet Ingrid. And it made me cry. So if I have mascara all over my face, that's why. Hi, Minerva. Welcome. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how amazing it is to me that the simplest shift in perspective can change everything, right? And so, um, like, how often do we make losing weight significant, or we make relationships significant, or um, we make success significant? I know that I've made success significant for sure. And when I try to make success significant, I have less of it. And not just less success, I have less joy in creating my future, right? Because there's all this like energetic pressure. There's also all of this judgment. And so if you truly, truly, truly want your dream life, take the significance off of it. So here's an example. How many times have you been like, oh, it'd be so cool to have a great parking spot? And lo and behold, you get the perfect parking spot, right? Or you're like, oh, what was it? I was thinking of something the other day. I was, I was asking for headphones, these specific headphones. And it happens that I got them yesterday and I was like, oh my God, but I didn't pay for them. I was like, look at that. I didn't like the headphones weren't significant. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm going to build $1 million business or a $10 million business or $100 million business, which, oh, there's a little significance on that. So if you're really looking to create your dream life, if you're looking to change something in your life that isn't working, say that you want a different experience with your body. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to be a little bit more fit. Maybe you want to be a little trimmer. Maybe you want to change some of the things you're eating, right? Maybe you want to eat a little bit healthier. Take the significance of the change off of it. You guys got it? You got it, right? So I just kind of wanted to come on real quick today and have this conversation. Hi, Angel. Hi, Tatiana. Welcome, everybody. So if you guys have any questions and you want to ask me live a question about something maybe that maybe you're making a little significant and you'd like a little help or contribution on. I like that, Kimmy. Late because I had a date. I hope it was a hot date, right? Right? And that's the thing, my friends, like we don't necessarily make first dates significant, but if you like somebody and you go on a second date, how much do you make the second date significant? Or if you have a little success in business, how much do you make that success significant? And then it starts to slow things down or stop things, or it just does like different things. And so there's no right or wrong, but the question today for you could be to ask yourself, what in your life are you currently making significant? And then the second question to ask on the back end of that is it working for you? Right? And if it's not working for you, how can you start small? So small things. So maybe you're walking along and you're like, oh my God, that's like, so I'll give an example. I was skiing with a girlfriend about a month ago, and she was telling me how her man has been taking such good care of her. And she's like, we went shopping. And I was like, oh, where'd you go? And she's like, we went to Gucci, we went to Prada, went to Louis Vuitton. And I was like, oh, that's so fun because there's all these, fancy stores in Aspen. And so she went and they got a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh my God, it'd be so cool to have I was like, I want a man who buys me, like nice, fancy, expensive things. And, ooh, it's right. So Kimmy says, no, it's not freaking working. Right. We have to take the significance off of it. I was like, "Ooh, it'd be so fun to have, like, a man buy me, something from one of those stores." Just like it was just like a random thought. And and then the man I'm seeing, he's like, "So I might have gone to Gucci for you." And I was like, "Sweet. That's so nice of you." And it was a total, like, not expected, complete random surprise. And so it's the things that we don't make significant that can show up with total ease in our lives. And it's the things that we make significant that it's harder to create. And so I have a class starting next week on energy work, right? Now, I've been an energy worker for 20 years plus. Um, and I love, 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 love teaching and facilitating energy work because it fascinates me. No two people perceive energy in the same way. No two people like sort of figure out how they do things. So we're doing this 5-day intensive. It's less than $100. It's amazing. And I don't know what we're going to create, but we're going to create something. And so it's called Underneath the Surface because, you know, whatever isn't like we all have a story of why we make something significant. Oh, my parents had a terrible relationship, so I need to have a healthy relationship. And we start to make that significant and we have a harder time creating it. Well, what I talk about is take the story off, right? Take story off, take the point of view, whatever you want to call this, off of what you're aware of. Take the significance off. And so, if you're walking around and you're like, oh man, it'd be so great to have a blue dress. Be so great to, and you start asking for things. Ooh, I'm really craving chocolate. And this happens to me all the time, my friends. Like I'll like crave something, whether it's food or clothing or an experience. And 90% of the time within a week, I'm having that experience. Right. And so years ago, before I was traveling to London, I went to London for, I don't know, like a month. And I had so much fun in London. And one of the things before I left for London, and I wasn't relating it to being in London, I was just like, oh, I really want like to own a Land Rover. That would be fun. Like I was just letting my body have the experience of different cars. And, I ended up being in London and driving in a brand new Land Rover. And I was like, this is so cool. I ask and you shall receive, right? But it's so interesting because if I have significance on anything in my business and I'm asking for it, oh, it doesn't show up. If I have anything significant about my body and I'm asking for a change, oh, it doesn't show up. And so, what would it be like? And I guess the question is, how do you take the significance out of it? My invitation, my curiosity for each of you would be to start small. So start with like, oh, it'd be so great to have, I don't know, a new blanket for my bed. It'd be so great to just name things, write them down, start to daydream about all the fun things that you would like to experience, and then take the significance off of it, right? Yeah. How do we get to do so Angel is asking, let me see the question. How do we get to do spiritual work together if we both don't know how to balance so we both feel great after working together? I'm not sure I understand the question. Um, Can you ask it in a different way, Angel? I'm not sure. I apologize if it's just the wording or maybe my brain is off today. Could you ask it in a different way for me, please? And then, so here's what I'll say about partnership and it's funny. So I, have someone in my life I really care deeply about, and he's going through a hard time. And I really want to help him, but I'm making it significant. And I'm not making me helping him significant, but there's this like, oh, you say you want help, but you're not really choosing it. But like, and so I keep like giving him the benefit of the doubt and showing up in different ways. And I had this aha this morning where I was like, ooh, I'm making what he's choosing significant. So it's not really going to change with ease. I need to literally back off and let him choose whatever he's going to choose. And then I get to decide. And so sometimes we put an expectation on someone else, like, you're going to do spiritual work with me and we're going to do it at the same pace and in the same way, versus let me take my expectation of what you should get out of us working together, and let's just see what each of us experiences, right? And when you have that experience together, then something different can show up. Then the surprise and the magic and the gift and the beauty, and it all can show up with total ease. So I would say the best thing to do, Angel, is to work on yourself, right? Work on yourself first. So, for example, with this person in my life, I've been like focusing a lot of my energy on how do I show up for him. And what I realized this last week is I was like, I actually need to just focus my energy on me, right? And so I was off balance and out of balance because I was putting my energy on this person instead of looking at myself first. And so what I would say, and you kind of answered it yourself, how do we get to do spiritual work together if we both don't know how to balance? Start to find your balance alone. If it's safe for you to explore finding balance with the other person and the other person can support you and they are resourced, then by all means use that person. But if that person isn't resourced and you're feeling unsteady, it's a bit difficult to do spiritual work together if you're like, if that's off. So find somebody else who you can trust, and then take what you learn back into the relationship, back into the partnership, back into the experience. Yeah? Is that an aha? Does that help? I love it. Marcia says, and I love saying your name, Marcia Zuccarelli. Love the energy work. And so, my friends, all of you are connected energetically, and you perceive energy and you read energy, and you're probably way better at reading it when it comes to other people or situations, and probably a little bit harder to read it when it comes to looking at yourself. And so we're going to go on this energetic exploration, sort of like energy work 101. Intuition 101, and really sort of discover what it is you know, and how do you perceive what you know, and then how do you trust it, and then how do you act on it, right? And there's no right, not wrong, but we do start Monday. It's going to be a pretty amazing class. It's under $100, you guys. I've been doing a lot of yeah, so I'll put it in there. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be in Mexico soon. I can't wait. And we're going to live stream the classes from Mexico. So you'll also be able, if you're curious and want to come play, you'll also be able to join us online if you're not coming down south to the beach. So my friends, thank you for being here. As always, with somebody you know, somebody you don't know, somebody who might need to watch this. And wherever you are, know that you're a gift. And you're not wrong wherever you are in your journey, right? Start to appreciate where you are and don't rush the process, because the gift is in the process. The gift is not necessarily in getting there. Although it's fun once you get there, the gift is in the process. So enjoy the process, my friends. I adore you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.